All rise. He's Jamal Spencer.
And he's Mark Skol Jr. Sports Court is in session. Welcome to another edition of Sports Court. There is no other college football game in the country that's going to mean as much as Michigan at Ohio State this week.
Tonight we argue the case, who will win the game between Michigan and Ohio State?
It will be an all-time classic, we hope, and not a stinker. And all things point to that because these two teams look evenly matched. However, you got to give the nod to the Buckeyes if you're being objective, just because that offense looks a little bit more explosive right now than Michigan's offense. Yes, they can run the ball with Blake Corum. Don't know how healthy he is. The offensive line for Michigan looks great. But that Buckeye passing game combined with that rushing attack makes them a little bit more dangerous, just because I haven't seen it from J.J. McCarthy yet. I haven't seen it from these Michigan wide receivers yet. I got the nod going to the Buckeyes. I think it's going to be a game something like 31-28.
I understand your concern with the Michigan offense. I really do, especially with the health of Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards. If both of those guys can't go, and if they're both banged up, it's going to be a real problem for Michigan. But the Ohio State defense has not looked very good recently. In 2 of the last 4 games against Penn State and Maryland, they really struggled slowing down those offenses. So if Michigan can keep it going, they would definitely have a chance. Ohio State also struggled on offense against Northwestern. So I'm probably going to go with Ohio State, though, just because they're at home and Michigan hasn't won in Columbus since 2000.
You mentioned struggles, Mark, and I think that's really important to talk about here because, objectively, Michigan's been a second-half team all season. They put these games away in the third and fourth quarter. Nobody's going to argue that. But in the first half, they've gotten off to slow start after slow start after slow start. Michigan struggled in the first half at Iowa. They struggled in the first half against Indiana. They struggled in the first half last week against Illinois. This is a Michigan team that has not come out of the gate firing on all cylinders. If you come out slow against the Buckeyes, it might cost you. And you mentioned the fact that it's been a while since they won at Columbus. How's this for a stat? There's only 2 players on the entire Wolverines roster that have ever played at Ohio Stadium. And that's kicker Jake Moody and wide receiver Ronnie Bell. That's it. No one else has even set foot into that stadium and put on the pads. I think that lack of experience also might cost the Wolverines a little bit, because even though they've played in tough road places, there is nowhere in the country as rabid as Ohio Stadium when they're hosting the Wolverines.
Everyone before the year was saying how bad the Michigan defense is going to be, losing Hutchinson, losing Ojabo. But I think their defense is better this year. They were able to hold Chase Brown in check for the most part, holding Illinois to less than 20 points. Michigan definitely has a shot in this one. I know it's been a long time. I know Jim Harbaugh has never won in Ohio Stadium. That's why I have to just pick the Buckeyes until they buck that trend on them by themselves. I think it's going to be a really good game and hopefully a classic like that 2006 undefeated showdown between these two teams.
It's looking like that 06 meeting, and Michigan fans hope it's a different ending than in 2006. What's your verdict? Comment on our post on Facebook, and next week we'll highlight our favorites.
Until then, Sports Court is adjourned.